Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time, whichever it may be. I'm here to talk about Illuvium today, ILV. So in this video, I just want to go over updates, rumors, announcements, that kind of stuff that is about or surrounding Illuvium in the last roughly 7 to 10 days, kind of like a news roundup video, so to speak. I will put the charts up at the end to go and look at price targets and the standard stuff I tend to do more recently on this channel. And I want to jump almost right into that. If you're newer to my channel and you're expecting this to be a super hype, Illuvium is the best crypto in the world, you and your mother should buy this, that's not me, right? Even for the crypto that I'm really high conviction into, that is not me. I feel like my job is to give you guys information and a lot of my opinion, right? Because most things in crypto space are opinion. Most time we just package it or make it look like it is actual news. But I'm just here to tell you guys what I think. I do not want or expect you guys to do what I do. If anything, just hear what I do, why I do it, and decide if anything similar is good for you. And if there's any news or updates or anything about Illuvium or really any of gaming, close enough, same narrative in this, go ahead and put down the comments down below. I'll be very interested in what you guys have to say. But let's kind of just hop into it. There's been a little bit of rumors and some announcements and things to look forward to with Illuvium. And I want to hop right into it now. So first, if you're not familiar with Illuvium, it's a gaming play for crypto. There's 3 different Illuvium games. I've played all 3 of them. There was like the Sims version 1, 0, the Magic the Gathering style one, and then the big sailing ship of the open world. That's the one everyone's waiting for to really get cranking and going. But it is a play to earn franchise of games. They do a lot of tournaments anymore, which is great for advertising. But they're 3 different games, and they make a lot of NFTs to go ahead and sell in the marketplace. They got partnerships with like Immutable X, kind of a big deal. And they've done really well in the past. And they have come back in terms of price, because that's what most people care about. When you do have to realize there's a lot more that matters, but just jump to price. It has been very suppressed compared to, well, like $2,200, $2,800 last cycle. It floated around 150, 120 for a while last year. And the last several months, it's been floating around the teens. So it's either a great accumulation zone, or it's not going to go up too much more because of the low coin supply, cause a lot of volatility. I actually really like that. It got me into this initially for swing trading a little while back. But there's also a lot of PTSD from a lot of people losing money in this coin from last cycle. That's also all of crypto, by the way. And I think that's why for the whole altcoin season, so to speak, or this bull run, everyone feels we're a little behind, though statistically on time we're not. But a lot of retail just hasn't jumped back into crypto in general. And it appears to be because a lot of people have a little PTSD or burn from last cycle. Is what it is. Prices are going to go up. People are going to FOMO. They're going to hop right back in, and just whales in industry are going to be making most of the money this year. But not us. We're in here. Let's get this stuff. But with Illuvium, prices kind of stayed around the same the last couple of months in the teens. We'll pull up the charts, have a little bit to talk about with that. But Illuvium's been getting a little bit more advertising attention from third parties, right? Coin2Rise is pretty much just a third-party shilling website that puts up crypto, say, hey, guys, look at this one. And it's been getting a lot of attention on that. It's a small thing, but it helps with marketing and advertising. Illuvium's also been doing a lot of pushing on NFTs. And again, I never really understood NFTs, guys. I really didn't. Like, it was just nothing I was ever interested in, though it exploded last cycle, right? But they're betting pretty heavily on it. Actually, so are a lot of companies. Several crypto I'm in are pushing NFTs like Foxy. And we'll see where it goes. If you guys were at all in NFTs or gave a crap about it, put down in the comments why. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic about that. It's just nothing I was ever interested in or really understood why. But a lot of people are pushing it. This is perceived as a very good thing for Illuvium. And it very well could be. I don't have to understand why something's popular for it to be popular. I just have to sit back and smile if it does, right? Um, there's been small rumors about things. Now, I don't actually buy this rumor, but I do think it's a cool idea, so I want to briefly mention it. Is I saw a couple references to white lists of SUI jumping in more into Web3 gaming. I mean, they're a little portable like PSP style gaming unit and everything. And there's been a lot of teasers. I don't think it's actually from the SUI team, which is why I don't necessarily believe this. But about integrating or tying in a partnership with Illuvium. If that happens, that would be very big because SUI would not keep their mouths shut. Illuvium is very well known, and that would be a really big deal if there ended up being like a portable version of Illuvium or any sort of ties to SUI. Uh, if something like that actually happens, I would expect an announcement this year, probably as things are starting to pick up, because a lot of the larger companies and those that are ran by CEOs that are more in the know are really trying to time when things are going to get released and announced. So that would be really cool if that rumor ends up being true. I will keep you guys in the loop if I hear anything more official about that, or really any partnership deals. Because right now, Illuvium is predominantly just all PC. But if you can get pushed onto any other type of system or gaming apparatus, that could be pretty big because there's more target audience for people to play, especially if they don't even realize that they're doing crypto. There are two main groups of people that are really into Illuvium: the investors, I'm in that category, or those that really play the games constantly. And you can definitely be in both. I figure probably most people that are into the game are probably also investors into it. Speculation, if that makes sense. But there's been a lot of good news coming out about the game. And realize for Illuvium, the game is the product, right? It's not like we're looking at Hedera where it has to get a new partnership, or what's the TVL that's coming on, or ASM that gets new partnership deals, new listings, new data. No, Illuvium's what's going on with the game. And the more people that play it and want to hold on to the tokens that they earn from it, the better it is for the non-gaming investors. So just last week, or in the last 10 days or so, there's been a couple of leaks going on with potential new boss battles and the alluvials, the little Pokemon-like creatures. Again, this is one of the reasons why the game got as popular as it is. I was in that generation where Pokemon first came out. The damn game caught my attention because it looked like it, right? They showed some leaks of having the different alluvials battle in the overworld world. So they're kind of suggesting that they're integrating the two games, which there's definitely been talks about that before. And that would be phenomenal if they actually end up doing it, because that would pull more people in, more so bring people back who played it before. And again, we need more people to jump into it. I would love if people just bought the damn coin, but the second best is people playing the game to get the coin. So when we get a better product, good news for us that are going ahead and buying it on the sidelines. Last big update, something to look for, is they're doing a huge tournament. Again, this is their best form of marketing, is hosting these tournaments of the game, because they can post them live. They get more people talking about it. They announce all the winners. And anytime you hear winners get free crypto, fill in the blank, it gets attention of other people. Like, oh, we can get free crypto from this. I also think that's kind of the bane of a lot of Web3 gaming, but that's a whole other story for a different day. Of it just promotes short-term holders. But at this point in the market, I only give a shit about short-term holders, because I'm kind of looking at myself as one now, because my goal is to sell everything in the next couple of months. But they're having this Grand Leviathan tournament launch coming up, which is going to be a 4-week tournament, and with cash prizes, $1,000 to $10,000 for the finalists. And it's the best way they can advertise, is talk about the tournament, show the tournament, have the people talk about their prize winnings. And social media has a big part of this, right? Reposting and sending it. That's where I heard about this one in the first place, was on X. And I think I even reposted it. And the reason why I care about this personally is that most of the time when they have larger tournaments, price action happens. When we had the last jump, I can see it on the chart probably, when it went up to, it was close to the $20 marker, was because they were having a tournament. It was a couple days or a week or so later, right? It brings attention of, oh crap, this is here. And when people look at realizing they spent $300-400 4 years ago on this darn thing. They look at $15 and think it's a steal. And if you believe it's going to get back up there, you bet your ass it is. Right? So small announcements, nothing major. But let's look at the charts. Got a little bit to talk about there too. Okay, guys, so I did not draw any new lines from last time. So it looks like it was a little over a month ago I did this last. And I thought about putting more lines up, but I decided this would give a good showing of what I thought then, how accurate it was, and if anything changed. Right. So what these lines are is I went by general areas of resistance and support. Again, I'm not zooming in to look at head and shoulders, inverted this, pyramids, bullish, bearish flags. I'm not looking at this as a trading perspective. You'll see me do a lot more of those videos in the next couple of months as I start selling more of my crypto and do much more leverage trading. At least that's my current plan once I start selling crypto. But for now, I'm just looking for where's the areas of support and resistance to know is it a good place to DCA or open a new position. And these were levels I put up last time, again, a little over a month ago. And I had right here at about 1567 or so as the next level for us to hold. And this level at 1375 as an area that I would look into DCA because, again, look at all the different areas of support and resistance. Again, we're looking at gross scale here, guys. If you're looking at trading on the daily or the weekly, you need to zoom in and look at much more technical analysis. But I'm still looking at it from a hodler's perspective. And if there was a big black swan event, you could put a buy limit down here close to the upper limits of $11. And now looking at today's numbers, well, we're pretty much right in the center of where the next level to hold and where I thought a good area DCA into. So what do we have here? A huge godlike candle. I didn't actually look to see what that cause was. I can speculate, but every time I speculate and I'm wrong, you guys tell me, which isn't a bad thing. I just don't want to get told I'm wrong during this video right now. Disagree with my opinions instead. That's more than fine. With this huge godlike candle, I'll call it godlike. It was significant. Over 25% increase. And then it pretty quickly came back down, back to the area of, what do you know, support I had from last time of where it would be a good place to set a buy limit and buy in. So when people saw this jump up, if they looked at it at the same way I did and had a buy limit here, they would have got in. And if it went up once, it can go up again. And this lets me know where people think that it's worthwhile right now. So I don't actually have anything to change here. I still think this is a great price to get into. I would be surprised if we get down any further, again, unless there's a major black swan event or some awful news about the crypto. But I still think I'm not looking to DCA personally right now. FYI, my average is around the $15 marker. I'm technically down at this moment a little bit. Not a big deal at all. If it drops down closer to the 11, I might DCA decently just to bring the average down. But again, this is a Hail Mary bag to me. I have no idea if this is going to do very well or just okay. And what I mean by that, guys, is let me zoom out. All right. So I think this is, if Illuvium does quote unquote jack shit, I think that means it's going to get around $50, slightly less. I think it has the potential to go back up to several hundred where it was before. And the fact that there's only like 7 million some tokens out there, it moves very freaking quickly when it does. So having suppressed price action that barely moves doesn't bother me until we're kind of at the end of the cycle and the gaming narrative is already hit. At that point, I'll be concerned, trade and sell and everything. I think that once we get up here to about the $35, I think that once we hit there, I think we're going to explode and stay for a little bit. Meaning we got to hit this limit. This is the next big spot where until we really get here, I don't think we're going to have too much stability otherwise. I think we're pretty much stable here just in the $15 to $18. And then we're going to have some large events, mostly macroeconomic news, time of the market, blast up to about $35. And we're probably going to hold around here. We're going to have a lot of selling pressure around $50 because we had a lot of people buying around $45 to $55. And right now, everyone's in the mindset for all of their crypto that they're under of just getting their money back. Is what it is. So I'll be expecting a lot of stagnation once we get through here. But I do expect that to be the next big pump that holds. Meaning we might have other things like this where we come up, but I do think we're going to come back down close to it, maybe higher lows. So if you're looking at DCAing or getting into Illuvium, yeah, I think right now is a pretty good price to get into it. But I also think if you want to put a buy limit in, obviously not financial advice, just my thoughts, you've got a pretty good shot of getting in $1 to $2 less. I don't think you're going to push it if you go too much further, but that's my thoughts. So there it is, guys. That video was a little longer than I thought it was going to be. Small apologies, I suppose, but let me know what you guys think about Illuvium. Is there any other updates or rumors or just things that you really want to happen for it that you think will be massive for either just the game in general or price action? Let me know down below, guys. Please feel free to subscribe or press the like button if you haven't already. By the way, just go have a freaking awesome day. Thank you guys for being here. Peace.